Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a review of the new Nikkie Tutorials palette with Beauty Bay. I love the packaging, this is so cute. I am going to be giving you my true opinions, what I think about it, what I love about it, what I hate about it. You're also going to get a tutorial of the eye look that I did with this palette. So if you would like to see my thoughts and opinions on this palette, then please keep watching. Hello. I actually wasn't going to get this palette because I wasn't a massive fan of like the colour series and stuff in it, but I got it just for this YouTube video and I'm quite glad because I quite like it. So let's just open it up. So we've got the light side. This is so nice, I love this blue, it's like a nice pastel. And the dark side. I also love the look of the shimmer shades. So I'm actually not really sure what kind of colour story sort of thing I'm going to go for today, but I'm just going to wing it I think. But first of all I want to kind of dig my fingers into these shimmers here. Also this mirror here is just a normal mirror and this one is a zoomed up mirror. So that is very interesting. Right, so let's go with Ivy here. Okay, they feel really soft. That's really pretty. We'll go into Roxy Caton. Oh, I like that. That one's really nice. That'd be a nice wee lid shade. We'll go into Underground. Don't know how I would really use this one. It's quite dark. Yeah, so this one's like a really dark sort of gold coppery kind of colour. And then you've got Aura. That's a really nice colour. So this is kind of like a rose kind of colour. We've got All In. So this is cool. This kind of looks a wee bit green and gold. And sort of pink as well. That one's so pigmented. Jeez, oh. And we have got Pride here. So this is meant to be pink and blue like the trans flag, I'm sure. That one's so pretty. Damn, I really like that one. And then we've got Mama Tutorials. Oh, that's so nice. That's really pretty. I might do that like on my lower lash line. And Mr. Tutorials. I don't know if I'd use this one either because this is also quite dark. So this is kind of like a green emerald sort of colour. It also comes with this little sheet here. And this also has the shade names on it and it tells you what's best to apply it with. For all the mattes it says to apply them with a brush, and with the shimmers it says you can apply them with a brush and your finger. Just looking at this now. So I want to know what everyone thinks of this. I think that I really like the colours in this, but I'm not a big fan of the positioning. Like I'm not a big fan of this green. I feel like it doesn't really go with this. Like I feel like this side looks so good, but then this side isn't my vibe really. I don't really know if I'd use a lot of these ones. I'd use the browns and maybe the purple, but I do think that I will use this side a lot more. Watch this, I'll end up using the dark side more than the light side. And it also has a little message on this card here. So I'm just going to prime my lids off camera and then we will be back ready to do the eyeshadow look. Okay, so I have now primed my eyes and I have decided to start off with the dark side. And I'm going to go into Mila and 5 AM, and these are the kind of neutral sort of colours. And I'm going to focus this on the outside of my eye, so I'm going to really smoke these out. I feel like browns and nudes are actually something that are quite difficult to get right. I feel like a lot of palettes don't blend that well, they don't blend together very well. So that'll be a good test to try out these ones and see how they get on together. So I'm going to start off with a Morphe M456 brush. And I'm just focusing this on to the outside of my eye. So we're going more the outer corner of my eye and then smoking it up. Okay, so this shade is actually a lot more cool toned than I expected it to be. I do quite like it though. I do quite like a cool tone brown. I know that's a very controversial thing to say in makeup, but I do quite like a cool tone brown. Okay, so just something I want to point out at the start. This is really powdery, so it's already kind of falling into this pan here and the pan underneath it. So you'll just need to be really careful. I've just been tapping my brush in. Just make sure that you're not rubbing your brush in it because you will get a lot of kickback from that. So I'm now going into Mila here. And this looks like more of a warm tone kind of brown. This is like sort of verging towards an orange brown. I'm using a Morphe M433 brush. I'm just smoking this up, going past my brow. Okay, so I'm already seeing that these are blending together quite well, even though they're kind of different undertones. Do it quite like this. Okay, so I'm super happy with that blend so far. I'm just going to darken it up a wee bit again. I'm now going into the light side and I'm going into Zoomer. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is kind of going sort of peachy, kind of brown colour. And I'm applying this into the centre of my eye just so that I can blend into the next colour I'm going to use. Okay, that one is super pigmented. I'm really happy with that. And again, going into the bright side, I'm going into Blend and Snap. I love that name. That's like Legally Blonde. And I'm going to be using a Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush JH33. And I'm just going to apply this into the inner half of my eye now. Okay, so these colours are extremely pigmented. I'm really loving this so far. They all seem to blend together really good, so this is a good start. So I'm now going back into the bright side and we're going into Aura here, and this is one of the bright shimmery colours. It's kind of like a rose gold sort of colour. And I actually think I'm going to apply this with my finger. I barely ever apply products with my finger, but because this says that you can, I'm going to do that. This is just going into the centre of my actual lid now. Okay, wow, this is applying super good. I'm just going to go back in with Zoomer here and blend this shimmer into the brown that we've got in our corner. I'm now going into xoxo. And this is just a little bit lighter, and I'm applying this into the inner half of my lid. Wow, that is so pretty. That's probably my favourite one in the palette so far. I'm just going to blend it a wee bit higher into the pink as well. Now I'm going to go into Ivy up here. Now this is one of the lightest colours, and I'm going to mix this with xoxo, and I'm just going to put that on my brow bone. And I am using a Morphe M506. Just give that a little bit of shine. I'm just going to bring xoxo a little bit higher. I do find it quite difficult to use my finger, but I feel like Nikki always does that, so I'm going to do that too, given that this is her creation. Just going to add a little gel liner. This is Bobbi Brown. I'm using a Morphe M250-1 brush, and I'm applying this to my lash line. Fabby. I feel like a liner really just pulls the look together. I'm now going in with the P. Louise and Mitchell base, and this is Acid Rain. Well, this is actually one of the base paints. And I'm going to put this into my lash line. And then I'm going to go into the Pastel Plot Twist here, which is the nice light blue. And I'm applying this into my lash line. So this is quite a subtle blue in my lash line anyway. It looks a little bit white, but it is quite nice just for being in the lash line. I'm now just going to prime my under eyes with the Be Perfect Prime, but I'm just going to do this off camera. Okay, so I'm now going to go into Mama Tutorials, and this is another shimmer. And with a Morphe M152 brush, I'm just applying this underneath my lashes, hoping that we don't get too much fallout. I'm now going to go back into Ivy up here with a Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush JH39, and I'm just applying this into my inner corner. Wow, that is so bright. Okay, so this is the eyes done. I've obviously still got lashes and stuff to put on, but I'm going to do all of that off camera because I don't want this video to be too long. I decided to take a bit of inspo from the Pride flag because I've not really used this colour in here, which is called Pride, which is like the pink and the blue to resemble the trans flag. I thought that I would kind of incorporate that into my eyes, so I've got a little bit of pink and a little bit of blue, so I thought that I would kind of incorporate that flag into this look. I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera, lashes, brows and stuff, and then I'm going to come back to give my final thoughts. So here is the finished look. So I've done my base and everything. I put a little bit of Pride here onto my lips to give them a little bit of a shine. I really like this look now. I really went off a metallic lip for so long, like I felt like it was something that really went out of trend or out of fashion, but I'm really liking this. So let's give you my final thoughts. I like it. Woo! I think it's really pretty. I love the packaging. I love how it comes out like this, and the magnet is really satisfying. Again, this is definitely my favourite side. Not a huge fan on the layout and the colours in this side other than these two here. I really like this light brown here. This is a super nice colour. I also didn't notice on here, this bit here. I think that's really sweet and really funny. So I really like it. I'd recommend that you get it. I mind seeing it on Nikkie's reveal. I have to admit I was unimpressed, but when I got this I realised like the pans are so much bigger than I thought, and then I actually do really like the colours, they're so pretty. I'm also really excited to use this red here. I think it's pronounced Nikkie. I think that shade looks so beautiful and I'm really excited to use that. I love the shimmers, they are so gorgeous. Again, I probably wouldn't use these two here, but I'll definitely use the other ones because these are all really nice. So I absolutely will be posting a few looks with this palette. This again being the first one. So if you want to see more looks from me, you can go and follow my Instagram, which is _makeup_by_Lisa. I post on there every single day almost. If you like this video, please leave a big thumbs up down below and also subscribe if you haven't already. Please leave me a comment, I love to hear from you, hear what you want to see, hear your opinions on the look, on the palette. I want to know what you want to say. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye 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 bye.